Hello my loves, for those of you who do not know, I am Gypsy and today we're going to be working with the Soul Coaching Oracle cards by Denise Lynn because they're absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to stick with the question which is in the inside of the book, which is, what does your soul want you to know? So let's get into the pile selection.
Okay, I have 4 piles here for you to choose from today, so take a big deep breath in for me. And out. And ask yourself, what is the message that your soul has for you at this time? If you feel drawn to more than one pile, you can pick more than one. Once you've made your selection, go to the timestamp in the description of this video and it will take you directly to the beginning of your pile.
Hello to those of you who chose pile number 1. So for you, I have leadership, which is interesting because it's symbolized by a lighthouse, which is being the beacon of light for others. Also, there seems to be a lot going on. The water looks a little choppy. It's pretty cloudy. It's difficult for others to see. So it can be hard to be the only one shining light in these situations and to try and maintain that light when things are looking a little chaotic, right? Then we have energy. Beautiful. And embracing. This card's actually reminding me of a book that I was reading last night. It's a Christmas story, and the father in the book has rented out a cabin in the woods for his family to bring everybody together, but unfortunately things go awry and there's some shady, sinister things happening in this story, and they ended up going out into the snow, into the snowy forest, and because he's the father, the leader, right? He's taken on the role of guide, leader, but he feels a little out of his depth. So I feel like this is the message for you. It's like, maybe you feel as though you're not quite ready to lead in this way, because I'm really being shown that book. Okay, let's go a little deeper. Show me leadership, please, for those who chose pile number 1. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So you've been chosen to lead because you are reliable, because you are hardworking, you do show up. And I actually feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, it's the slowest moving knight. So I actually feel that it's taken you some time to be able to show up in this way, or to own your leadership abilities, or to recognize that it's time. It's time for you to lead in this way. Then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, Nine of Cups, and the Five of Cups. That's interesting. So this is almost like I'm only put in this situation because, and similar with the story, right? I'm only having to lead through this chaos because something happened. There was a disappointment that's meant that you've had to step up in a situation. So it could be that you are like family members are bickering and fighting with each other and you have to take on a leadership role in order to sort it out. This kind of thing is like some sort of chaos going on, and people are looking to you in order to guide them through the chaos, through the storm. There's a fly in here. That is Australian summer. Sorry about it. So it's like, but I feel like you wanted to lead. You wanted this role. You wanted to be well respected here. You want to be a shining guiding light for others, but the circumstances of which you got there are a little, it's made you a little discontent with the situation, right? It's like, I didn't really want to get here like this, or I didn't want to have to take on this role because something happened to the previous leader or whatever. It's like something's been thrust upon you. It's like a series of disappointments, or some sort of disappointing event has led to you having to lead people out of it, which is what happened in the story. Show me this energy card, please. Show me energy for pile number 1, please. So you're able to temper your energy with the Temperance card there. Temperance and the Hanged Man. You are the perfect leader because you don't panic in these sort of situations, and you can hold your temperament. You can face reconciliations and things like that that are going on with a very balanced perspective. You bring peace into a situation. Something about your energy that people respect. It's like a quiet, respectful energy. And I feel like you are somewhat disinterested. I'm getting like a disinterested energy. Like, I'm disinterested in necessarily being the leader here or all the ins and outs of what's going on here. So maybe you're put in a position where you have to listen to all aspects of the story, all sides of the story, and you have to like make a balanced and fair decision because people are expecting this of you. But it's like, I don't even care. Like, I don't even want to be a part of this. It's interesting. Show me more about this energy, please. Show me. It feels like you're sacrificing a part of yourself in order to lead here. In order for everybody to get along. Three of Cups. In order to bring reconciliation, harmony into a space. In order to create a supportive work environment. In order to uplift others, or whatever this is. It's like people are celebrating you, bringing people together in whatever way you are doing that. Then we have embracing again. Show me this embracing energy. Show me embracing energy. So we've got the Empress in the reverse and the Judgment in the reverse. So you have to hold back your judgment. So you do have perspective on this situation, right? You've got a shadow side, and perhaps you are making certain judgments about people, but you feel like you have to hold them back because it's not necessarily helpful in the situation. Or maybe you're forced to make a decision that you don't necessarily want to make. There's somebody in this situation, I feel, that is not learning their lessons. Somebody that is falling short, but you do recognize that you too have fallen short in certain aspects of your life, so you can have a bit more compassion for where it is that they stand. I just heard you feeling as though you may have to isolate or reject somebody. It feels like this burden or responsibility is put on your shoulders, right? I don't necessarily want to have to do that, but I know that people are expecting me to make a decision here. Interesting. Let me see. Anything else? But you're being called upon, your soul. Yeah. Justice. You are judge, jury, executioner in this space, right? You have to decide what's fair. What's fair for everybody. It's giving the, what's the best thing for the family? What's the best thing for the environment? 10 of Cups energy. What will create the most harmony and balance in this situation? But there's a resistance here in, I don't necessarily want to have to be the one to make this decision. And I understand that things are a little chaotic. Like if you look at all the storm that's raging around, right? I understand things are a little chaotic. I wish things were different. But unfortunately, I do have to make a decision here in regards to what is best for my family. People keep looking to me to be the leader. I understand why I've been chosen for this role, but I don't necessarily want it, right? Show me more, please. What is advice for pile number 1? So we have cold-hearted. This one says, shutting people out and making excuses for other people's bad behavior. I feel like maybe previously you have made excuses for other people's bad behavior, or you've wanted to see the best in people. You've recognized that people can change, people can transform, but sometimes like they just keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. And so you're like, I understand that this person can heal, this person can change, but I can't consistently hold on to the hope that things are going to be different, because it's starting to affect everybody in the workspace, in the family, however this is showing up for you, right? You don't have any control over another person's behavior. You only have control over the decision that you need to make as leader in this space, right? So for a lot of you, this is a family situation because we have fear of change and family. So you're fearing how this will affect the work family, how this will affect the family dynamics, if it's letting go of an employee, if it's letting go of, distancing yourself or excluding, we have a lot of Christmas events coming up. So maybe somebody's being excluded from Christmas this year, or some sort of event that's coming up. You want to create family stability and happiness, but sometimes that comes at the cost of disassociating from somebody who is causing issues in this space. This looks incredibly difficult. This card says, stuck in an unfulfilling career or relationship, allowing toxic friend groups to dictate your decisions. And I feel like you are, in a sense, allowing others to dictate your decisions, because I feel like otherwise you wouldn't make this decision. You wouldn't release this person or create boundaries here in this space, because you've allowed this person a lot of energy, like a lot of effect over your energy. However, it's like it's coming to crunch time, right? So what is your soul? Let me do one more from the Soul Oracle. What is a pile 1 soul guiding them to do right now? Opening. This card's also indicating that you need to be very fearless and open about how it is that certain things have made you feel. This may be through communication, as well. You need to communicate your feelings to somebody. I'm literally seeing somebody stomping their foot. Like, I feel like you need to put your foot down, however that looks for you. Yeah, this card at the bottom of the deck, it says, express your opinion with precision and influence others through your words. Making informed decisions based on reason and evidence. You are able to communicate in an understanding and relatable manner. So that's why you are chosen to be the leader. That's why people respect you, because they respect your voice. They respect what it is that you have to say. Now, this one was sort of tried to come out in the reverse. So I feel like maybe you're holding back, or you don't necessarily want to say because you don't want to ruffle any feathers. And it does feel like there's a lot of pressure on you right now to open up about how it is that you are truly feeling. But you can do it, babe. You can do it. If this reading resonated with you, leave me a comment in the comment section. And if you'd like to book a personalized reading with me, link is in the description box. Much love. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. What does your soul have for you? We have grace. Beautiful. Fulfillment. I just heard like she's like holding peaches, and I heard James and the Giant Peach. Give me a minute. Spirit's giving me downloads. I haven't watched that since I was very, very young. So let me just check and see what is the relevance of James and the Giant Peach. Okay, so that's really interesting. So based on the plot of James and the Giant Peach, he is given an opportunity to create these like giant peach, right? This magical opportunity, and he grows it and he grows it and he grows it. But what he actually finds is community. He finds support of people in that environment, people that are like family, because he was an orphan, right? Or he felt discarded in his previous place. Then we have breakthrough. So let's have a look at grace. Show me grace, please. Show me more information about this grace card, please. So we have the Three of Swords coming out in the reverse. So this is recovery from some sort of emotional setback or heartbreak. Page of Swords energy there, which means that there was disconnection that happened in a particular space. Perhaps you blocked somebody. Perhaps somebody was overly critical of you and you're forgiving them for this. You're allowing them grace in this situation. Beautiful. This is somebody who tried to force something or force a particular outcome upon you, right? Was perhaps a little domineering, trying to get their own way. Wow. So we've got the King of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So this, I don't really like to use this word in tarot, but this may be somebody who's a little narcissistic, right? Will do absolutely anything, say absolutely anything in order to sway people to their way of being or to take control in a situation. So we have the Four of Cups energy there, indicating that you were dissatisfied with this kind of behavior and you felt some type of way and it did hurt your feelings. However, you've decided that you're no longer going to invest any more energy here in this space, because being dissatisfied or discontent with this person's behavior is not necessarily getting you anywhere. And I feel like you're in a space where you're like, I can forgive. I can forgive this kind of behavior. I'm healing this wound. I'm not going to take this words that were said too personally. This person is who they are. Show me more about this person, actually. Show me more about this person. You're trying to move on from it. You're trying to avoid a conflict, but you also recognize that you and this person are not seeing eye to eye. You're not going to agree in this particular space. This person forces things. They're quite aggressive in their communication style, or they might be physically that way, right? So then we have fulfillment, which is interesting because we've got like the orphan energy. So that's like you don't necessarily feel like you belong in a previous space, but you've got a magical peach now, right? Page of Pentacles. This is an opportunity. Very much a Page of Pentacles is here. Here, James. Here's your peach to create something, to manifest something. And we understand that you have been exhausted in a previous space. We don't want you to give up on yourself. We know that what this person has said or done has broken you down, has affected you in a particular way. But are you going to give up? Are you going to admit defeat? This issue with this person caused so many delays. You could have been stuck here in this situation with this person for years, going back and forth. And now it's like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to do that. This person is selfish, right? Is jealous. There's envious energy here. And it's like, why am I engaging in this anymore? It's just causing me delays, frustrations. I'm just waiting for the next time that this person is going to cause a problem or attack in some way. I'm making a different choice. And now I have this seed of opportunity. Show me more about this seed. Show me more about this peach, please. Ace of Wands, so they're being a bit cagey. I guess it's going to be different for all of you, but this is excitement to work towards something new. It's a whole bunch of new energy that you have to explore something that you feel passionate about. It might be an ignited passion of something that you previously did. It may be a new project that you are working on. It's like a creative energy. It's a creative spark. I've got my spark back now, and because I was able to put this behind me. Whatever happened to you in this space, I'm willing to forgive and let it go, but I don't necessarily feel like you want to re-engage in this connection or whatever this situation was. Could be like a previous employer that was a little aggressive in their leadership style, right? Then we have breakthrough. I just heard like, ah. You're like, ah, the clouds are clearing. I can finally see. Finally I see. This is what I want to be. Finally I see. Finally I see that this is a burden that I consistently engaged in. It was utterly exhausting to me and my energy, and it was a responsibility that I didn't necessarily have to take on. I was burnt out by this previous situation. Ten of Swords. So this was likely some sort of betrayal. It was an ending. It was something that needed to end. However, it created a distraction for you to re-engage in it. So it may have been a relationship that you were like, I still want to maintain a relationship with this person. Maybe I can make it work. Maybe we can get to some sort of resolution. Maybe if I just extend more and more grace in this area. But I feel like you're doing it in a different way now, right? You're forgiving internally. Show me what this looks like, please. Yeah, somebody who's stuck in the past and wants to consistently revisit a connection. Somebody in this space is unwilling to forgive or was unwilling to forgive. That could have been you, but it looks like if it was you, you've gotten to this space of forgiveness here. You're allowing this person a little grace. But perhaps this other person wants to re-engage in an argument with you. So let's have a look at some advice for those of you that picked pile number 2, please. Overly optimistic, remaining overly optimistic. Yes, so you were remaining openly optimistic about a connection, whether it was bringing it together, whether it was this person will change, this person will grow, this person will shift their behavior. Then this one says you have too much energy, but you're unsure of the outlet. Ideas are bubbling now, but you need to harness it. And it's because you're not giving so much of your attention to what you were previously caught up in. Now, this one says frustrating delays and a lack of commitment. And I feel like that is what you have previously faced here, and you're overcoming that. This caused a major delay in your life, and for most of you, I feel like it's years going back and forth with this person, trying to make this work. Then we have strategic. Be devious and play the person at their own game. Your opponent may be strong, but you have your own resources. And I feel like this is exactly, I feel like you've been in this tit for tat with this person, and so you had to be on your toes. You had to wait for the next attack. You had to be strategic about all your moves and what it was that you were doing, because you were in a weird battle with somebody that you no longer are. Then you have disorientated, illusions, fears, anxiety, secrets, lies, unclear emotions, facing uncertainties with courage, feeling out of control, unsure of your goals and dreams. Be careful of manipulation or coercion. Yeah, so I feel as though it put you in a space where you were completely disorientated and you didn't necessarily know what it was that you were working toward, because you were trying to make this happen over and over again. And now you're in a space where it's like, I can extend my energy elsewhere. I have this great business idea. I have this great opportunity to create something. I'm ready for new relationships. I'm ready to lead myself in a new direction. And I don't want to previously be trapped in what seems to me to be like some sort of karmic cycle with a friend or whatever. Again, it's difficult because you are King of Cups, Page of Cups. You're somebody who is incredibly understanding, who is an empath, who wants to see the good in everybody, and who wants to see people as innocent or redeemable. And I'm not saying that this person is not redeemable and does not have that soft side, but perhaps you're not the right person in order to bring that out of them, and that's okay. I feel like you were incredibly committed to making this situation work or getting to a good place with this person. You saw this person in your future, however that looks. It's like, well, this person's going to be around for a while, so we have to make things work. And sometimes that's not always the case. And the universe is sending you this peach, sending you this new offer. Here's this peach. It's going to grow. And there's new family that comes along with it. There's new community that comes along with it. There's people that you can trust that are going to help you along the next leg of your journey. If you're ready to manifest here, the universe is sending through this blessing. It's going to require you to move on from the pain of what didn't work out, to forgive yourself for any role that you played in the breakdown of this connection. And it's difficult because it feels to me like this is something that's being left unfinished. There's still more here, and your soul is saying, let's move on. Let's extend our energy elsewhere, because this is utterly exhausting, trying to make this happen, trying to make this work. So it's time to let it go. Much love to you. If this reading resonated with you, leave me a comment in the comment section. And if you'd like to book a personalized reading with me, link is in the description box. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3s. What message does your soul have for you? For you, we have miracles. I believe in miracles, dear, dear, dear. You sexy thing. Success. Wow. Pile number 3. You picked a good pile. You got miracles and success, and then silence. Do you need to be a little quiet about what's happening right now? Let's have a look. Show me miracles for those who chose pile number 3, please. Show me miracles for pile number 3. That's so interesting. So we have the 7 of Swords here, and it's coming out sideways. So this is interesting because this is the energy of something a little sneaky, something a little shady, and that makes a lot of sense because with this silence card, perhaps you need to be a little strategic in your moves right now. Now, we have something that you're able to move on from, which is beautiful. So this energy is indicating to me that you've been able to move past the negativity of something that you were previously holding on to, and you thought, that will never happen. It will be a miracle if I'm able to forgive that. It feels like you're able to find happiness again, and you didn't think you were going to be able to find happiness again after something shady that went down. So we have the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse and the Magician in the reverse. I never thought we'd be able to work nicely together, but look what's happened. Miracles can happen. I never thought this person would back off. I never thought we'd get to a good space. I never thought this conflict would end. This is interesting because this is the kind of energy that's like, when pigs fly, will this be calm again? Will we reach a good space? So it feels like something great is happening. Let me see, how did this happen? How did this happen for pile number 3? It's like it snuck up on you, right? An incredibly chaotic, I just heard vicious energy just went quiet with that silence card. This person has stopped harassing me. This person has stopped trying to slide in my DMs. This person has stopped trying to be so forceful with me, and I never thought this would happen. I never thought I'd see the day. This person has completely calmed themselves down. They've stopped attacking me. What's happening here? It's interesting. Then we have success. Let me have a look at this energy, please, for pile number 3. So you're afraid because you're waiting for it to go back to the way that it was, because you didn't necessarily see that there was availability for growth or change in this space. Something has changed and it snuck up on you and it's now giving back to you, or it's now equal and balanced, and you're like, this doesn't feel right. This is making me feel nervous. I'm waiting for a kickoff. I'm waiting for something else to be exposed. It could be a relationship that you're in and it just seems really good right now, like it's too good to be true. And what is difficult here is it seems to me that you didn't really have to do much for this to happen. It just sort of happened. Like, this didn't actually require anything from me. Show me more about this, please. So you're a little bit scared because it's like, what's going on beneath the surface here? what's really happening. Is something else going to happen? Yeah. Three of Swords here. Is this person going to lash out at me? Is this going to blow up in my face? Is it like, because it has before, it's a situation that's caused you to be on edge, something that's caused a lot of carnage, destruction, hurt, loss, betrayal along the way. And now it seems like there's a new outlook, there's a new energy in the air where it's like everything's optimistic again. And you're like, how did this even happen? Then we have silence. Let me clarify this silence. Interesting. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Show me more about this energy, please. Show me more about this silence. It's like you were freed. You were freed. Some sort of truth has come to light. But I don't necessarily feel like you're the one that exposed the truth or that you had anything to do with it. Either people around you are now able to see clearly what has gone on here, and so you're sort of off the hook, or they've come to new realizations, they've had breakthroughs, and they're able to see the situation with clarity now. Or the person that you're dealing with has maybe discovered this isn't worth it. This isn't practical. It's like, it's a miracle. Whatever happened here, it's like they've been granted some sort of breakthrough or epiphany, or somebody in the situation has been granted a breakthrough or epiphany. So now this challenge no longer exists for you. And you're like, hang on a minute, this doesn't feel right. You're a little defensive. Show me some advice here, please, for pile number 3s. Show me more advice here. Okay, so we have free flowing, going with the flow, practice patience, working nicely with others, feeling sure and positive, need for balance and moderation, not allowing any negativity to affect you. So I feel like there's been a lot of negativity in this space, whatever's gone down here. And so you're a little bit like, you're trying to flow with the energy, you're trying to go with it. Okay, things seem to have really settled down here. Everything's so calm. But at the same time, you're a little on edge because a lot of negativity has gone down in this space. So it's like, how did we get from here to here? There's a little confusion going on here. Then we have not ready to face up to what is happening. You're holding on to stress of the past and not accepting endings, which is interesting because it's like, on this one says, you're still carrying around pain. Release it. You need to let go of this chapter. You're not accepting that it's ended because it didn't come to like a big fiery climax or whatever, right? Which it previously, like, I feel like there's been a lot that's happened in this space. So it's almost like, are we just like pretending that didn't happen, or we're brushing it all under the rug, or like it's confusion in your energy. Then we have dim. This one says, you are not seeing clearly. You are unable to see the truth, which is making you become unfocused. You are focusing on less important things. And I feel like you're focusing on this because you're afraid. So what is advice moving forward, please? What is advice moving forward here? Bliss. You're in a state of bliss. Successful completion. A miracle happened. So if your relationship, or a relationship that you had with somebody, almost just like all the past resentment and everything seems to have disappeared, and you're like, hang on, we didn't address all of that. Like, how did we get here? Or there was conflicts within the workplace and it seems to have resolved itself, or it's like, how did this even happen? It was a miracle. So accept the miracle for what it is. Don't be afraid of this coming back, because the more that you feed into this, the more that you can create that within your reality. I just heard for some of you, you prayed for a miracle. I feel like this, whatever this situation was, it caused you to be so incredibly resilient and on guard. So now it's hard to get out of that energy. It's hard to accept the truth after so many lies, after so much deception, after so much pain. Like, what is going on here? You're waiting for conflict, disagreements, competitiveness to show up. Well, what if there isn't any? Yeah, Justice card, 3 of Cups. Now it's karmic. What is this? It's karmic. You can celebrate. You can celebrate in this space now. You can feel safe in the people that you're talking to. It's like the energy of the trash took itself out, or this resolved itself, or this is no longer an issue, it's no longer a hindrance. You were given a leg up and you didn't even know about it, or now all of a sudden everybody's on your side and there was no discussion. Or it's like, how did that even happen? How did that happen? If this reading resonated with you, leave me a comment in the comment section. And if you'd like to book a personalized reading with me, link is in the description box. Much love. Hello to those of you who chose pile number 4. For you, we have passion. Look at that beautiful fireworks display. He's in awe. Transformation. So something about what your passion or something that you're aligning with might be shifting, changing and transforming, or a version of self may be transforming in order to align with a passion. So it's okay for our ideas to change as we go, as we grow, as we evolve, right? So what we previously wanted might look a little different now. Then we have essence, and this one has a beautiful koi fish on it, and I just love koi fish. I love them. The essence of a koi fish is just beautiful to watch. Let's have a look at this passion energy. What is passion, please, for those who chose pile number 4? So you're moving on from something. You're moving on from a particular excitement, which is interesting. Right? This young child is very, very small and he's just in awe of these fireworks. But maybe with maturity, he gets less and less interested in these passions. I mean, for me, fireworks still excite me. I still get excited when I see fireworks, but you know, other people are just like, no, fireworks are on, you know, whatever. I just heard I was wasting my time here. I was wasting my time here. It's a little sad. Show me this transformation. What's changing here for pile number 4? What is changing in regards to this passion? So you're just feeling like it doesn't light you up in the same way. It's causing anxiety now, because you've tried to control it. You've tried to own your passion. This is like the energy of, sometimes you can monetize your passions and you sort of lose the spark for them, in a sense. This is like, I feel like I have to say no to this now. I'm maturing, and as I'm maturing, I'm disconnecting from the energy of this particular passion. It doesn't light me up in the way that it should, and I'm facing challenges, obstacles. I just don't know if I see this in my long-term future. Maybe this was something that I wanted, but it was superficial, or I only wanted it because someone else wanted it for me, or whatever. It became a burden. It became a responsibility that I had to prioritize over all other things, and it became difficult to juggle into my reality. And I feel like I need a break from it, or I need to withdraw from it, or isolate myself from it. Interesting. Then we have essence. Show me, it's okay to change your mind in regards to what lights you up. Yeah, I lost the playfulness of it, which is that childlike energy. I lost the wonder in it. I lost that pure feeling of bliss and joy and celebration for what this actually was. This used to excite me in a childlike way. Now, it seems like I have to consistently give to it, and it's making me feel sick. It's draining my energy. It's causing mental imbalance. It's doing too much to me at this point. It's making me feel unhappy. Now, this could be a lot of things, right? This could be a relationship. This could be a passion project, something that you're aligning with in regards to your purpose. It's like you became incredibly forceful or success-driven in this space, or ambitious toward it, but now you're trying to avoid it for some reason. Why is pile number 4 trying to avoid this thing that initially used to light them up? 7 of Swords, 5 of Cups. So you're constantly feeling as though you have to scheme, you have to be on guard against this particular thing. This thing has disappointed you in whatever way that is. So this could be a person who is not being incredibly loyal to you in a relationship. It's left you sad, it's left you disappointed, or it has promised you things that it hasn't delivered on, right? So this could be in regards to a passion project that, you know, you really thought it was going to expand in a particular way, and now you're just like, I don't feel like I'm getting what it is that I need from it anymore. So we have blocked emotions. This one says you are repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Yeah, and if it's a connection or something like that, it can be, we're just replaying this weird cycle. We used to like love hard, play hard, and now it's like, it's a struggle. It's volatile at this point. This one says challenges in forming deeper connections, feeling disconnected and uninspired in this space, feeling left out, missed financial opportunities. So yeah, like I said, if it's like a financial opportunity, it's something that didn't necessarily continue to give back. Feeling disconnected from it, or like an outcast or outsider. Then we have security. This one says you need to examine your relationship with money. Be more attentive to long-term financial security. So maybe you've thrown a lot of money at this particular thing, at this particular venture, placing too much value on material things, putting you in a stable position. So for some of you, maybe you did gain a lot of resources or wealth from it that didn't necessarily make you happy. And that's like what I was saying about once you monetize something, sometimes you lose the passion, the creativity from it, and it becomes like something that you have to show up for because otherwise your bills aren't getting paid, right? Then we have past grievances. This one says becoming resentful, judgmental, unforgiving, repeating financial mistakes, unresolved issues. Things are beginning to spiral out of control. You are receiving bad advice, mistreatment, being treated unfairly. Then we have overly optimistic, overspending, neglecting potential issues in relationships, becoming complacent. You need to infuse more fun into your life. Ignoring red flags, pretending that things don't exist, and in denial. I feel like there's a lot that's gone on here. It's become very stagnant. It has become something that you're no longer passionate about. But I want to see, what is advice, please, here? I want to see what's advice for pile number 4s, because I feel like your soul is saying it's okay to let go. Yeah, you're growing. You've got strength here. You've learned a lot in this space. You've learned about who it is that you are. You've tamed your own dragon in regards to your shadow aspects in this space. And then you have awakening. So embrace the awakening because that means that new opportunities are now going to present themselves to you once you release this. This one wants to come out as well. You're discovering the magic again. You're discovering the beauty in things around you again. It feels like a lull in your energy. This energy feels to me like I need to reconnect with myself again so I can get excited about something again and find what really resonates with me. I feel like you just need a minute because this one says festivities. You want to be enjoying life, remaining positive in the uphill climb, social gatherings, friendly competition, grateful for what you have, attracting new friends and celebrating your achievements. This is what you want to head toward. However, we've got this rebirth card that says you are experiencing personal growth through crisis, being resilient in the face of adversity, intense emotional bonds and financial gain. I feel like you're having an internal shift and breakup with this particular thing, and I keep trying to go into the future energy, and your soul is saying we need to sit here, we need to stay here in the release of this thing, release of this previous chapter. This is not something that you just glaze past because it's something that really you were very passionate about it in the beginning. And while I can go, okay, this is coming next and that's coming next, I feel like there's a period of reflection, of deciding what's next. And that makes a lot of sense during this time of year because we're coming into 2026 and all the goals and things like that. So we do have this like reassessment of where it is that we are, where we're expressing our energy, what is for us, what we can release and let go of. And then we go into Capricorn. When we go into Capricorn season, it's like that full boss up energy of this is my new goal, this is my new passion, and I'm going to throw everything toward it and make it happen, and I'm incredibly consistent. So I feel like things are actually looking a little messy right now because this was something that didn't go the distance or that you weren't able to complete, or it just doesn't light you up in the same way that it did previously, and that's okay. I feel like it's assessing whether or not you want to let go. Anything else? This card says self-sacrificing, experiencing burnout. You are carrying resentment, relying on outside validation, reaching emotional exhaustion. You have not created appropriate boundaries, whether that be with people or the work role, like, and how much it's taken over your life. You have sacrificed parts of yourself for this particular thing. Yeah. So I feel like there's a little bit of reflection to come up in your energy before you move on to the next thing. I wish I could like give you all the hype girl like vibes, but I feel like your guides are guiding you to just experience the breakup with this particular thing if you want to release it, or however you want to engage with it in the future. Can I create it as a passion again? Can I reignite the spark? Can I, where you get like a little bit of creativity block or writer's block, can I find that again? If I take some time out in nature, can I reconnect to this thing again? Or is it time to release it and let it go? And that's where you are right now. Much love to you. If this reading resonated with you, leave me a comment in the comment section. And if you'd like to book a personalized reading with me, link is in the description box.